Yo, what is going on, everybody? Expert Gamer here, bringing you guys my Dragon Ball Super Episode 1 review. Now, I want you guys to know, I saw this episode yesterday, but I didn't get the chance to make a video on it because I was out. But I wanted to see this episode live so bad. I was at a 4th of July party. I didn't care about anybody. When I heard that they had a link and it was about to be streamed in a few minutes, I got out my Apple headphones, plugged them in, went 50 feet away from the party, sat on the curb and just watched it. And then I watched it over again when I got home to see if I missed any good parts or if I missed any like minor details. But to be honest, it was just a chilled, laid back episode, not really much that you can miss, and that's really understandable for an episode 1 of a new series, because what are they gonna do? Episode 1 and there's already a main villain and a fight? That wouldn't make any sense. So they're gonna have to obviously lead into that. So for a few episodes, don't expect any major action. I'd say it may be about episode 5. That's when maybe Shanpa and Beerus will get introduced more, and then that's when fighting will start happening. But can I just say, the intro music is so good. I might even play it in the background of this video. That's how good the intro music is. And not even to mention all the animation, cutscenes. They were all, my jaw was on the floor. My jaw was on the floor, people. And I don't know if it's just because I'm weird or if other people have this, but if a show doesn't have a good intro, I don't really get that attached to the show. And this show got me hooked on episode 1 just because of that intro. That intro is crazy good. But back to what I said about the first episode being more laid back. You're getting reintroduced to all the characters that you already knew. It starts off with Goku doing his new job as a radish farmer because his family needs more money. So he's doing his job radish farming, and then he lets Goten get in the truck for some reason. I don't know why. Like, he's a kid. Why would you let him operate a machine that can kill you? So you guys probably saw this a mile away if you were watching the episode live. He's probably gonna drive it off a cliff or something, which he does. So he drives it off the cliff. Goku comes to the rescue, of course. But aside from being laid back, there had to be at least one piece of action in the show, and that comes in when Beerus is on a planet. I'm not sure what the planet's called, but him, Whis are there, and then there's some chef, and the chef gets some food, and there aren't subtitles, so you just have to, use your brain to understand what's going on. He gets the food, eats it, and apparently he doesn't like it, and he takes his finger, just his fingertip, touches the table, and some aura goes around the planet, and then the planet literally just explodes. So people are saying all these other anime characters could beat Dragon Ball Z characters in a fight. I really have not seen an anime where a character can touch a planet with his fingertip and have it explode. Now, of course, this episode, they're going to be introducing a lot of the characters that we've already seen, and you can't forget about Hercule and Majin Buu. So Hercule is apparently in some press conference, and mid-conference, Majin Buu walks in, doesn't give a fuck, and just asks for chocolate. And that scene right there relates exactly to what I was talking about earlier, about this episode being laid back, this episode being comical, introducing all the characters, and that's a good way to introduce Majin Buu and Hercule. Because you have Hercule, the guy who always has the cameras on him because he's the famous world martial arts champion, and then you have Majin Buu, who just wants candy. And now, not really that surprising, this episode had a lot to do about Goten and Trunks. They were trying to find Videl a present for her birthday, and in their little adventure of finding a present, you see like the first quote-unquote fight. They're in the forest getting some water, I believe, and a huge snake comes out and attacks them. Goten is charging up a Kamehameha, and then Trunks, I think, tells him to stop because maybe it'll do too much damage. As I said earlier, you can't really tell what they're saying because I don't speak Japanese. But Goten is not the one to fight the snake. It's actually Trunks who steps in and does all the damage to it and, makes him go away. They don't kill him, they just make him go away. Now, the closing of this first episode is kind of cool, and what happened was Goku was just on his farm chilling, and then Mr. Satan gets out of his car and offers him money. Goku, of course, says, no, I don't need it. Mr. Satan forces it on him. Goten even agrees that he should take the money. He takes it home to Chi-Chi. You already know Chi-Chi is going crazy because she wanted Goku to get a job because they needed money, and the money's right there in front of them. So, since he doesn't need money anymore and he can quit his lame job, that means that he can can get right back to training, and that's exactly what he does because he goes right to King Kai's planet. And then the last thing that you see is just the Supreme Kai on his planet talking about Beerus. Now, obviously, there's not a subbed version yet, so I don't really know what he says about Beerus, but just know Beerus is in his head and he's thinking about what he could do. So that's pretty much all that happened in Dragon Ball Super Episode 1. It was a pretty solid episode in my opinion. Even though that there wasn't any fighting, that's pretty much what a lot of us are looking forward to in Dragon Ball Super. The chilled, laid-back, comical feel was still fine with me. So tell me what you guys thought about Episode 1, and of course, these will be coming out every single week. And I don't know if I'm going to be doing these episode reviews every Saturday evening or every Sunday morning, so just be on the lookout for it. If I'm able to get an episode out quickly the day the episode comes out, expect it Saturday evening, but if I can't get the episode out and you don't see it in your sub box from me, expect it Sunday morning. So that's all I really have to say about this. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Check out the playlist in the description below to keep up with any episodes if you missed them in the future. But I'm Expert Gamer. Peace out, everybody.